Welcome to another video. Today I want to share with you a cool guild tip that I just found out by, figuring out I don't have anywhere to spend my leaf quest allowances right now because I'm not leveling crafters, I'm not doing anything with them. So yeah, I just figured out that there are a couple of ingredients that you can just buy from the market board inexpensively to trade them against the rewards that are basically just gil when you're doing these leaf quest trade-ins. And yeah, what that means is basically you have to check your local leaf quest vendors here, for example. We will start in Charlian here, and there are a couple of leaf quests that are definitely better to do and better to exchange because they give you an actual gil reward or something that is worth mentioning here. And the biggest focus I would always go to, or I would always spend on, is the Culinarian here, which has these lovely meals that you can just exchange here, and some of them reward you with 5,000 of gil. And I just figured out that some of them are actually not that expensive on the market board. My best example actually was the servings of Yako Musaka. So it's basically just Yako Musaka, and as you can see, we're not only getting gil, we're also getting water crystals. So what's the deal here? There's a little trick here that's of course not in the same level as the cookie business the cookies were in Shadowbringers, but if you accept this, I already prepared some and bought some on the market board, like I said, for 1,500 gil each on the high quality versions. You just trade them in, and once you do, you get the double amount of rewards on the gil department, as you can see here. And that's the big deal. So now our goal is to find everything that is either in high quality that will grant you the double amount of rewards, and you just spend the baseline reward or the base gil that it will reward you when you're not having a high quality item. Or you just have something that is so cheap, like I can show you with the, where was it? The risotto al nero. I just bought that for less than 200 gil, and you can exchange that in the Shadowbringers area, for example. You go to the Crystarium, therefore. And yeah, once you reach Crystarium, just visit the Ethernet and go to the Crystalline Mine. This is where your NPCs for all the leaf quest allowances are packed together in this little tent here. Then you go to them and you just see the rewards are still not bad. They just nerfed it hard for the cookie biscuits that, we just mass sold on this regard in Shadowbringers. But yeah, I think we had a way higher reward, which means they reduced the gil rewards for all these aspects here all together. But this has got hard nerfed because, coffee biscuits could be bought for very cheap and could be crafted for very cheap. So yeah, you could make a lot of gil with that. I think 2 millions, around 2 millions for 100 leaf allowances. That's definitely not possible anymore and will never be possible, except there will be, something they missed out or they haven't thought about. So for example, we have these risotto al nero. If you don't have anything that's more worth spending your allowances for, this is still not bad because you get all the fire crystals, you get the gil, and like I said, I just spent under 200 gil for this. So one exchange of these will grant me around 3,500 gil here. And that's not too bad, I think. Of course, this has a requirement, so you basically have to be a culinarian to make this. And I think I highly recommend to just be one, because in my case right now, I collected many items because I just tried this out, which of them are worth it. So I basically have to trade in all of these to make my profit back. So if you want to do this as fast as possible, I highly recommend to check out your key bindings. And you definitely have to get the confirm command to a certain hotkey that you can reach very easily. And then you have to put your item that you want here, or that you gathered and bought from the market board, to the spot where this guy is pushing at. So you're starting the dialogue here. Then you just basically click the confirm button. And as you do that, it will link you to something in this spot. So you may have to make sure that at this point, the item that you're trading in is on the exact spot that this menu is pointing towards. So in this case, we're having this spot here. You're talking to the guy and you can trade it very quickly. And as you're spending a lot of time when just doing these trade-ins, it will give you a good advantage. So yeah, if you have this leaf quest allowances laying around, you just have to remember that it's a lot of gil that you're just getting from this. I mean, 5,000 multiplied by 100 is basically 500,000 gil by just trading these in. And that's not a lot of time that you need to spend here. Of course, it's not the big gil that you can make money with, but yeah, if you take that into account, if you do this on a yearly basis, for example, if you just don't have any other opportunity to spend your leave allowances for, about 250,000 gil passively per week if you don't have any other way to spend your leave quest allowances. Most of us don't, so why not just spending some extra time for making this? And yeah, of course, you will have this list here in the description. I will just put everything there. If you're just lazy and don't want to check all these here, I highly advise you to just go for these and maybe these. You can find these for very bad or very good prices. You should definitely check out these here, because these from Shadowbringers are outdated ingredients and nobody is using them for any actual content or recent content. So instead of sticking to those, if they don't have solid prices, you can just go for those. Of course, you can also swap the servers if you want to really get the best out of your leave allowances. But I think it's actually not worth spending that time, because you could spend that time elsewhere farming some solo trials like I did in another video. Check that out if you want to know more about that, of course, or just craft some stuff, the Renasculated idea or anything like that. The only requirement, of course, is that you have a Culinarian up. I think if you want to do this method in particular, just level up the Culinarian. And yeah, the best way to do so is exactly the same. Just go for these leave quests, buy something out that you get a profit back, or that you at least don't lose gil when you're just doing the quests. And yeah, do the Ishgard restoration until you reach level, I think 60, 70, that would be the sweet spot. Afterwards, you should definitely do the leave quests and spend one of your 100 pack of allowances for leveling your Culinarian to the max level. That's definitely the first go you should do if you want to take this to the next level. And if you're just super lazy, just want to make an easy gil by this kind of passive income, because yeah, it's regenerating passively. You just have to check prices for one of these. Maybe, for example, the Yako Musaka, Risotto al Nero. These are very good options here. But yeah, basically all of them work. I think I now have to spend all of them or trade all of them in for my recent allowances here. So yeah, I definitely recommend you to just focus on 1, 2, or 3 ingredients in total and not waste time on getting multiple of these, because that will get chaotic as hell. And yeah, sorry for my non-scripted presentation here and my English. You know, I'm not a native speaker. I'm trying to make this as fluent as possible and as concise as possible and comprehensive. So yeah, I hope that it made the whole idea clear of how you can make this gil and how you can passively increase your income if you're not spending your allowances, or I call them gil allowances already, because for me it's basically just gil. But yeah, your allowances are spent and not wasted in that way. That's definitely a good opportunity to do that. And of course, make the most profit by just having the best exchange value here. For example, choose which of them has the highest profit for you. High quality items give you the double gil of what the quest is offering, which are most of the times present on these meals, on these crafted culinarian items and meals. And everything else is not bad. If you don't have an alternative, you could potentially check other servers for that are connected to your realm. But I definitely advise you to first focus on these meals, and if they aren't available, go down the list. I think meals are on the highest spot on the list, then go down to the other stuff if you don't find them to be profitable. Thank you for watching. Have a nice weekend, have a nice day, and until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep loving Final Fantasy.